Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We're here for another episode of Transfer Talk. I said it would be a data one. I said I'd do data, sort of a data analytical one, but I'm going to be doing that in a separate show, probably around 6 o'clock. I've prepared it all. I've got pretty much all the stats that I need for that. So make sure you tune in then. Check out our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL to be notified when we're going to go live on that, because I'll be posting it on our Twitter page before I do that. Link, as always, is in the description if you want to come on and have your say. Plenty to talk about today. Plenty to talk about in terms of what's going on in the football world. A couple of comments here. A big up to Charles in the chat as well. Big up to Max, loving the content, not a problem. And Ravi saying big up, Charles. But yeah, there's plenty to talk about. Yesterday we did a lot of Liverpool stuff. There was a lot of Liverpool news out there yesterday. Today we're focusing mainly on United, Arsenal and Chelsea. As you'll see from the title, Lukaku, there's updates on Lukaku, there's updates on Sancho, and there's updates on Eric Bailly. Again, Eric Bailly, and I don't know why United keep doing this, right? But another time that a player says he wants to leave before a bloody European game. It's baffling. It is baffling. Will it affect United tonight? Obviously, match reaction straight after the game for that one. Big up to Hashtag in the chat as well. Will there be watch-alongs for the Euros and the Champions League final? The Champions League final, I'll be on Charles Strong TV, so on Charles' channel. She's doing a watch-along for the Champions League final. I'll be on the First XI tonight for the Europa League final watch-along. And yes, there is watch-alongs for the Euros. We're doing all the home nations. Wales, England, and Scotland will be doing watch-alongs for all of them games, plus an England show, plus a Euros weekly review show. So much to get in. So much. So much. Matt saying, why did he sign a contract? Probably because he was promised a lot of playtime. I don't know why. I don't know why he assumed he was getting playtime at Manchester United. He clearly cannot stay fit. And to be honest with you, and you know me, I don't mince my words. He's been fucking abysmal since he come back. The games he's played the games he's played for United, fucking horrific. He has been absolutely abysmal. Liverpool, he was atrocious. Utterly atrocious. Why he signed a new contract, I'll never know, but his performance levels, he has absolutely zero right to demand play time at the moment or game time at the moment. He's been fucking abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Prime saying, what's up now? Not a lot. I've been working on the new show that I'm going to be doing at 6 o'clock, pulling all data for centre-backs. Tonight we're looking at United and centre-backs, comparing them to Maguire, Lindelof, a couple of the English centre-backs you've been linked with, and a few of the foreign ones, Botman, Varane, Koundé, Pau Torres. Interesting. It isn't. The stats are very interesting. Everyone knows that I love a good stat, and I've been looking at a lot of the compilations on YouTube, and look, I know that doesn't give you the full picture of the players, but a few of them looking bloody good. A few of them are looking bloody good. Ravi saying United will win in the second half, but I do want to see extra time and pens. As a neutral, you probably do. As a United fan, for them lot, I don't know if they want to. I do not know if they want to. Can't wait for the content. Neither can I. This summer's going to blow. It's going to blow right up. Squad announcement next Tuesday as well. We've got the provisional. Southgate's got to chuck that down to 26. He's got to remove 7. So that'll be an interesting one. My heart beating fast today. I can imagine it. First European final. First final for Ollie. We'll see how he deals with the pressure. So far, so good, I think. His press conferences, it's just been standard Ollie. Everything, I think he's doing all right. But now it's down to the players. Ollie can only do so much. Big up Niall, good show, bro. Not a problem. And Matt saying, fuck extra time and pens, get the job done. Look, Villarreal are going to be a tough one. But look, that's going to be an interesting one. That for sure is going to be an interesting one. Very much. The link is in the chat if anyone wants to come on. Obviously, we're talking a lot about the transfers today. Ravi saying, Niall, Unai has a good record, but I think United will outclass them. Unai does have a good record in the Europa League, but we have to remember that good record is with Sevilla. It's not with Villarreal. It is with Sevilla, who are just a class act when it comes to Europa League. They're a class of their own. Isn't the final free to watch? It is free to watch. You can watch it on YouTube, BT Sport, streaming it live for YouTube. I think they do the same for the Champions League, if I remember correctly. It's something, because obviously back when they first did it, it was obviously free to air, wasn't it? The whole thing on ITV. And part of the deal for BT to get it is that they had to show a certain amount of games free of charge. I don't think they still do that, to be honest with you. But the final had to be free to charge. They used to put it on Freeview, I think. I think they used to put it on one of their free-to-air channels. Now I think they do it onto YouTube or something like that. But yeah, it is free to watch. It is free to watch. Parejo to boss United's midfield. United always get bossed around in midfield. That's not really an understatement. McTominay and Fred are never going to boss a midfield. I think everyone with a football brain knows that McTominay and Fred are not bossing a midfield. And you just know that Ollie's going to do a double pivot. Is the double pivot of McFred. Always has done. He's not going to change from that at all. I've seen some weird stuff starting, some saying Pogba in the double pivot with Fred. Firstly, I know this guy loves Fred more than you can imagine, which is shocking, really. But yeah, he's going to go Fred and McTominay. We'll have Fred, McTominay, Bruno. Anyone who thinks otherwise, you're deluded, or you just don't really understand football. Ravi's saying, yeah, I am a neutral fan. I think you're an Arsenal fan, if I remember correctly. Wolf saying, good evening versus fantastic. It is something like that. Matt's going to come on in 5. Villarreal is terrible, though. Have you seen La Liga? Have you seen how United ended their season? There's hardly anything glowing. I know the whole thing of they didn't really have anything to play for, blah, blah, blah. They didn't end it very well there. But look, that win against Wolves would have probably helped a bit of confidence, especially considering it's kids. Very good. Charlie's saying, can't wait for United to lose tonight. I thought you were a United fan. Oh, no, that's Aaron. My mistake. Oh, yeah, he's a City fan. Charlie's a City fan. I remember now. Will Pogba play? Probably. He'll either play Pogba or Rashford on the left. He has to start Greenwood on the right. I mean, if he doesn't, oh, I'm going to be cussing Ollie. I will be literally, if he doesn't start Greenwood on the right or through a centre, if he doesn't start Greenwood, I'm going to be Ollie out. I'll be Ollie out. I'll be cussing him. McFred. Yeah, that's what most United fans think of McFred. But let's get into a transfer story, shall we? I will post a link again in the chat for anyone that does want to come on and have their say about these transfers. We'll start with United. Well, actually, no, we'll start with Chelsea. Actually, it's an easier one to really get into. Lukaku to Chelsea. There's an interesting development on this. Oh, Ravi's saying, you joke, I'm Liverpool. Ah, you're not an Arsenal fan. Ah, Liverpool. I hear you now. I hear you. I'll remember that for the future. I have a good memory. I have so many people in the chat. I love it. But yeah, Liverpool, well, you've ended the season fairly well. But Lukaku to Chelsea. Basically, Conte is going to be deciding his future at Chelsea in the next 48 hours. Lukaku is enjoying life at Inter Milan, but he's enjoying life because of the relationship with Conte, because of what they're winning with Conte. So Lukaku could be on his way to Chelsea. He's keen on the idea of Chelsea. He's not against going to Chelsea. He wants to win. He had that special relationship with Conte at Inter, but if Conte goes, that does leave the door open for Lukaku to go. Inter Milan financially are in trouble. They are in a bit of trouble. Still owe United, I think, 40 million for Lukaku. They still owe United 40 million for that Lukaku deal. So they need to get that paid to United at some point. So, look, Inter Milan, they need to sell some players. Even winning Serie A is not going to be enough. They have to sell some players to fund this. They have to pay United back. They have to. They want to buy some new players. Ericsson probably be out the door. It's why you see. It's why you see Inter picking up these deals like Ashley Young and a couple of these cheaper players, shall we say. But Lukaku to Chelsea is Chelsea are keen on the idea. They've been talking to Lukaku's representatives for quite a while now. In terms of trying to get a deal done. It's not close. It's not close in any way, shape, or form. It's getting closer. If Conte leaves, it gets it closer. That is what I'm saying. But no, I do see Lukaku, and he'll be cheaper than Harry Kane. He would be cheaper than Harry Kane. Daniel Levy might not want to sell to a rival, so that is also something that you'd want to bear in mind. But Lukaku is getting closer. If you are a Chelsea fan, press the link, come on, have a chat, and tell me what you think of Lukaku. Would you have Lukaku back at Chelsea? Some people saying he flopped to United. That's disrespectful. Go check out his goals. 42 goals in 2 seasons at United. That's 21 goals a season. If that's a flop, fuck me. I don't know what I'm going to describe Martial then. Right? That's all I'm saying. Right? For 21 goals a season, that is not a flop. And we've got Max and we've got Matt. Matt, you had Lukaku at United. I've been hearing that he's a flop at United. He didn't do very well. He got 42 goals in 2 seasons. That's 21 goals a season on average over the 2 seasons.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that a flop?
If that's a flop, he just wasn't an Ollie type player. In my opinion.
And that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. He wasn't a flop. It doesn't make his time at Man United awful. He was just not the new manager's player, so it didn't fit his plans. Doesn't mean he's awful. He was really good for Jose.
Yeah, he's nowhere near a flop. I mean, I'm sorry, but someone who scores an average of 21 goals a season is not a flop.
Yeah, right? I personally thought it was a mistake when Ollie let him go as well. I didn't think he should have let him go.
I don't know about that.
No,
I don't know about
the way
that.
Ollie plays. I see that. I guess I know why now, but at the time, I was a bit concerned.
Yeah, but you see that, don't you? You see new lads coming in, maybe not quite the player of what Ollie wanted. Ollie clearly wanting a bit of pace in his attack. Lukaku not offering that. Doesn't mean Lukaku is bad. And Ollie and Lukaku are very, very amicable.
Good
love each other. Lukaku came out and said, "I love Ollie. He will succeed. I love him. It just didn't work out." A lot of it is your fan base as well, because it got very toxic towards the end of the Jose era. And he just didn't feel he just didn't feel loved.
Which understandable.
in terms of from your fans. So
when he was at us, he was like top 3 strikers in the Premier League, in my opinion. It was Aguero, Kane, and him, in my opinion.
Do you think he should go to Chelsea? I mean, he's gonna go.
Well, as a rival, I don't want him to go to Chelsea, but I think he'd do well at Chelsea. Yeah. He'd be far better because they get loads of chances. He buries half of them chances at least.
Yeah,
and maybe more.
He scores. I think he scores 25 goals for Chelsea a season. Yeah, I really do.
The amount of chances they have, like he'd do very well.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Too good doing madness, and Lukaku's in really good shape as well. Really good shape. He's really done a lot of work on that. Wolf saying, any United transfer news lately? Yeah, I've got 2 bits for you. We'll get into that in a second. You're going to love them. You're going to love it. One of them is negative and the other one is, depends on how you view it, really. Lanzi saying, good evening. Moyes wants to spend big on a centre-back, so we're winning the league. Lanzi's a West Ham fan. He's loving it. He's loving life. He's absolutely gassed.
No,
I don't think he will have second season syndrome. I don't think Moyes wins the league, but Lanzi's loving it, and rightly so. He's having a
fair play to him. I think they'll miss out Europe next season.
I don't know. Have you seen how Arsenal and Tottenham are currently acting?
It depends who Tottenham hire if Arsenal keep Michael Arteta.
Oh,
That's
they've still got to work under Daniel Levy. Like,
true.
it doesn't matter who you get. You could literally get Pep and he probably flops at Tottenham. The only one who wouldn't flop at Tottenham is Jurgen. Last time I checked, I don't. Well, Ollie might not either. Yeah, to be fair, that's a shout.
Yeah.
But anyone else, anyone that requires you to go buy a couple of players to be really, really bloody good, and when I say a couple of players, I mean really expensive ones.
That's why Jose never made sense. That's why Jose never made sense. Like, why did he go to Tottenham?
Yeah. That was madness. Lukaku snake, Di Maria snake, Sancho snake. See, I disagree with the Lukaku. The other two, Sanchez
not even really. He just wasn't very good for us. He wasn't a snake.
Yeah, and it's not his. It's not like he put a gun to Woodward's head, going, "Offer me 500k a week, or I shoot you."
Exactly.
So only Di Maria, and even then, can you call Di Maria a snake? Probably.
You can. The stuff he said about Manchester and stuff, he was a snake.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know there's a lot of hatred between United and Di Maria, but I didn't really think there was much between Sanchez and Lukaku. I just thought Sanchez was a bit shit and Lukaku didn't fit Ollie's plans, which is completely standard. Doesn't William want to go back to Chelsea? He does. He does want to go to Chelsea. Now, there's two parts of this. William may very well want to go back to Chelsea. Do Chelsea want William? That's the question. Do Chelsea want to sign William for money? I don't think so. I don't. Come on, let's be
like stuff like that to try and get back. Even Hazard's linked to return back as well.
Yeah, and I don't see Chelsea wanting Hazard either. He's one injury away from retirement. But he does offer more than Kane. What, Lukaku? Ravi thinks Lukaku offers more than Kane.
No, Kane does offer more, but Lukaku doesn't make Lukaku a bad player.
Wow, that is a statement. That is a statement. What, so Ravi, you think Lukaku is better than Kane? No, I'm not. I don't think it's outrageous. I mean, it's a.
You never see Lukaku dropping deep or anything to like help out the midfield. You never.
I hear that.
Yeah, he says he offers more than Kane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with it, but it's a bold statement. That is a bold statement. That is, but fair play to you. That's what we're about over here. You can make bold statements and not get shouted down, unless it's really stupid, and then I will shout you down. I am scared of West Ham next season. Wolf, why are you scared? Why are you scared?
We'll be in a title race next season.
Wolf, why are you scared? There's no need to be scared. Absolutely no reason. Yeah, he's a United fan. Doubt Rice would leave West Ham. It's going to take a lot, isn't it? It will take within the region of 80 to... Well, yeah. That would have been easier. I mean, it's going to take within the region of 80 to 90 million. And I know that Lansley's about to put in the 100 million. It's not going to be 100 million. It'll be around the 80 to 90. But even 80 to 90 million, is that really what people are going to spend? Chelsea looking at Tchouaméni. So Chelsea looking like they're going to be out of it. United wanting Sancho. They're not going to go get Sancho and Declan Rice. The Glazers would have a heart attack when they see that money leaving the bank account. Fuck me, fucking Glazers would be on the floor suffering from heart attack. So we made contact with Giroud over a free transfer. That would be a good sign.
Tammy Abraham was going to them. I heard that somewhere. That Tammy Abraham was going to
them. But what would you do? Would you get Tammy on a? Would you pay money for Tammy, or would you get Giroud on a free?
Giroud on a free.
Exactly. That would make sense. So keeping the options open, isn't it? If you can secure a deal with Giroud, you take Giroud over Tammy, don't you?
Yeah, and then
obviously
you got something different on the bench as well. Because I don't think he starts.
Exactly. Well, you can swap him with Antonio, one of them. Very similar players, but no, I think Giroud to West Ham would be a great shout. Staying in London as well might be a bit of a motivation. Obviously, he's done North London, Chelsea, South London, aren't they?
Fuck that.
They're posh part of London, aren't they?
Yeah, the Essex part of it. Not Essex. Is it Essex? I don't really know London. Like,
I think it's south of London. I think Chelsea
The
are in.
rich,
I
it's
think
the
they
rich
are.
ones. Rich ones.
Yeah, I think that's South London. And then West Ham are, I want to say East London now. They were
I think
West
it.
London,
Yeah, I think it's
but the
East.
London Stadium's on the east, so I think they're East London in there now. But
Near
it's all
used to
very
be near
confusing in
Millwall
London.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Upton
That
Park.
rivalry. Yeah.
I actually watched an old game yesterday. I watched the final game at Upton Park,
Oh,
West Ham versus United.
they cost us Tottenham that
Um,
season. I was fuming.
well, I forgot what happened that season. So much happens, but it was the atmosphere at Upton Park was
Yeah,
absolutely that was something else.
bad.
Upton
Yeah.
Park, oh, what a
Not the same
place!
anymore. Not the same.
Yeah. Hey Matt, tonight is our night. Champions. Wolf is loving it.
Yeah.
Moy said Bank of England money. Bank of
What?
England? What the fuck's Moyes gone and done? He's robbed a bank, hasn't he? Giroud as third choice striker is brilliant. Bags of European experience. Third choice. What?
Who's
I
second?
mean, I know Antonio would be ahead of him, but are you? Nah, you're not.
Who is their other striker? I'm lost now.
Is he saying Bowen over Giroud? You're
Bowen's
not
even a
saying that,
striker,
Lanzy.
is he? He's a right winger.
Lanzy, you're
Right
not
winger.
saying Bowen over Giroud, are you? Is that what you're saying? Unbelievable. Chelsea or West London? West London. I see. Lanzy knows. Lanzy knows.
I've never been to London.
I've been to Norwich and London as a kid.
I just think Norwich
Yeah?
in there. Why do you talk about Norwich?
Norwich. What a holiday. Norwich. I mean, what a holiday. We're going for two strikers. Wow.
Oh, fair enough.
West Ham looking like they're going for it. Giroud won't be our only striker signing. You get Tammy Abraham as well, aren't you? They're gonna have Antonio.
Or they could get
Tammy
Ivan Toney.
and Giroud.
Ivan Toney.
Huh?
Ivan Toney looks like a West Ham signing. That'd be the kind of person I'd take over him.
Ivan Toney? Yeah, he'll get him goals. He's a bit younger as well. It's not a bad shout, actually. Cost a bit of money, though. It'll cost a bit.
Brentford
but
well.
Yeah, but on Lukaku, we've done that. He's keen for the move. It's not close, but it's getting closer. Fuck knows what that means. I don't have inside knowledge of Chelsea's transfer window. Is fucking Kenny.
There we go.
Why am I fucking? Hold on here. Why am I fucking?
Because you're really annoying. Maybe Kenny today will be a mature adult. But let's talk Sancho. There is an update on Sancho, which I'm sure all United fans, especially Wolf, is keen to hear. You have not signed him yet, don't worry. Apparently, according to sources, it's going to be a long, drawn-out saga over the summer.
It's not happening.
So Manchester United are trying to haggle the price down. Where have we heard this before, guys? Where have we had this before? I do think it will happen. It will happen after the Euros. I think it happens after the Euros. I think United will after the Euros. Ollie probably sitting in front of the Glazers every single day going, "You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. Pay the fucking money. Pay the fucking money." He's just got to be very repetitive. So I think it will happen. It's gonna take a while though. And Dortmund don't really want to do it before the Euros either, because if we win the Euros, and Sancho's a big part of that, they're gonna chuck an extra 20 million on that.
We can realistically have the deal done before the end of the season, because we've been working on the deal for about a year and a half now. It's a piss. That
would have been a great idea, Matthew. Unfortunately, have you met your board? We're saying now, my uncle lived in Norwich at the time. There was nothing to do where others than feeding bread to white swans in ponds. This is true. Sancho. I hope for Wolf's sake that you do get Sancho. I really do. I really, really do. Not Tammy, I beg. I want Enesri. Enesri. I've absolutely no idea who that is, Lanzy. But
I think I've seen him on FIFA. I don't know who he is.
Well, that's the new way of scouting players nowadays. Did you not know? It's all on the Yeah, Checkers FM. I need to do that for a couple. I'm joking.
Yeah. Jose does that. He has it. Yeah. He actually does.
This one's brilliant. Ollie, I want Sancho, Glazers, Tom Brady. Yes, I heard you. Yes, Wolf. Yes. But Kenny, what do you make of the fact that Sancho's going to be a long, drawn out process over the summer? Excited for the summer?
To be fair, it makes it more exciting in a way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're delighted. Fucking delighted.
I'm not surprised at all. Every transfer for us is absolutely ages, except Tom Heaton or that Lee Grant. They're the first signings, and Van der Beek as well. They took us 2 days to get, like Van der Beek, 2 days to get. We didn't haggle at all for that price. But then Sancho's got a bargain price of 75 million waiting, and then we're just not doing anything. We're just trying to haggle it down. Dortmund 75, pay up 75 million. We'll probably give them like 40 million and then say that's the deal, man. Oh god.
No, I do think you'll look. I do think you'll do it. It's just going to be, I suppose, with the current climate as well, financially. I don't know what they're doing. But please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and that's if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, if you go under the tweet of the video, I've put the link for the YouTube video. Come join us on YouTube. Give us a subscribe. Plenty of new shit. We've got a data show coming later tonight. We're looking at we're starting with Manchester United centre backs. So we're going to be doing that tonight. And if you're on Twitch, no, actually, yeah, he's actually on contract talks with Juventus.
Oh, thank God.
And if you're on Twitch, give us a follow. Oh yeah, first transfer of the summer, Tom Heaton from Aston Villa goalkeeper. Yeah, I was going to do a stream on that, but then I thought, fuck it, hell, that would be one heck of a long one, wouldn't it? Tom Heaton.
It's not a bad signing.
I'm not saying it's bad signing, but it's not a signing I'm going to spend about fucking 20 minutes prepping for.
Oh no, that's true. That's true. It's not a signing anyone.
I don't care at all about Tom Heaton. He's third keeper. We must get
third. I think he's going to be second goalkeeper. I think one of your keepers is going. Fuck knows which one, but one of them's going.
Hopefully.
Although a lot of news is happening with Dean Henderson and Dortmund, and this is why I think, to be fair, you could be quite smart here. Now, I like Dean Henderson, but if you think you can do better, do better. But apparently Dortmund quite like him, so you could do a swap plus a bit of money for Sancho and Henderson going the other way. Maybe on like a 2-year loan. One minute. Maybe on like a 2-year loan or something like that. Finding a way of Henderson is your future. I firmly believe that he's a very good goalkeeper, needs a bit of experience. If you could offer him as a 2-year package on loan, no money needed to do that, and maybe pay 70 or so of his wages, and then Sancho going the other way. I mean, you could do it. You could work it away. Maybe that's what they mean by it's long drawn out, because you're offering a player a bit of money, working with Dortmund. Keep it amicable, though. That's what you need to do. You need to keep it amicable. Something you didn't do last season. Last season, it went a bit sour on the Dortmund negotiation. They were like, no, you're taking the piss. If you can keep it amicable, going, look, we'll give you Henderson on loan for 2 years, plus 40, 50 million, 60. So, huh?
Get them Eric Bailly as well.
Well, you could also do that if you want. Or Martial, one of the two.
Yeah.
We have too many goalkeepers. This is true. You got a youngster as well. Cannot remember his name. Bishop. Nathan Bishop. He's top class. Henderson for Sancho, I'll take it. Interesting. Lancey's saying Johnson over Henderson. I rate Johnson, but I don't rate him that much. Lancey, come on. Got to show better football knowledge than that. Johnson is a good goalkeeper, though. That's Kenny. I'm never ever listening to another United report thing you ever send me ever again. It's just never happened.
I think so.
I don't open any link. I'm not opening any links you send me. It's not happening, bro.
It's about United fans being attacked by masked hooligans, and it's from Sky. But it's United.
Yeah, I'm refusing to open anything you send me. Jesus Christ knows what I'll be opening. Probably have 50 armed police at the door the minute I open it, knowing God knows what Kenny's sending. Put Johnson behind 2 good centre backs, and you'll see. Oh, he was at West Brom last year. Let's wait and see. But Ramsdale's a good goalkeeper. I think Tottenham should get Ramsdale. I really do. Ramsdale's top keeper.
Arsenal.
I think Everton or something good.
Or Arsenal. To be fair, I mean, I don't know if Arsenal would be too keen on taking Ramsdale, but I mean, he's a good goalkeeper, that's for sure.
Do you think Everton would be a good shout for him?
And then they've got Renarson.
I said Everton.
Oh, did you?
Hold on, I had a tweet. Nah, not on here. I had a tweet. I was talking to Bruno Express. One minute, let me find it. Here we go. Right. So I said Ramsdale is a brilliant goalkeeper. Just a shame the team in front of him is dreadful, which is true. True story. Bruno Express said, surely someone in the Prem will snap him up for next season. I said they have to, bro. He'd be great for West Ham, Everton, even Spurs. And
I'm goalkeepers, so Arsenal could do well with him.
Arsenal would do a good job with Ramsdale. He's really bloody good. It'd be a risk, but he's fucking good. He's very good.
Arsenal just get relegated the season they get in.
No. I think if Arsenal got Ramsdale and they pick up Max Aarons and they pick up Buendia, I think people might need to start putting a bit of respect on Arsenal's name again.
Why would manager as well?
Downgrade?
What, Kenny?
Why would Buendia and Aarons downgrade?
Shut up, Kenny.
Well, they're not. I mean, right, Kenny, I banter Arsenal as much as the next person. In fact, I banter Arsenal on a regular basis. I destroy them. That's just factually dumb. Like what you just said is dumb.
Norwich will finish higher than Arsenal.
Yeah, but Kenny, you're acting really. Kenny, you're acting like a twat right now. It's vaguely annoying. But nah, that's just a ridiculous statement. Saying Norwich. And Norwich is a step going from Norwich to Arsenal is a step down. Utterly ridiculous. That's a ridiculous.
Arsenal are still one of the biggest clubs in England when you look at it. Like, so
yeah,
it's the step.
Like, trust me, any Norwich player, even fucking Brighton player, would go to Arsenal. That is a ridiculous statement. Utterly ridiculous. Arsenal needs Zaha and Grealish.
Not going to get them, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Grealish.
Zaha's
Lanzi saying Buendia and Aaron's making a sideways move. Lanzi, I'm gonna hurt you. Guys. It's not a sideways move. It is a step up. I'm not saying it's much of a step up, but it is a step up. Prime saying Kenny. There's a time and place to banter Arsenal. Leave it to the professionals. You're embarrassing yourself. Indeed, Kenny. Leave bantering Arsenal to me and Prime. We are professionals at it. Kenny, you've never triggered a gal so much that he's referred to you as Niall with 2 L's, right? So again, leave it to the professionals. And Prime just triggers a gal on a regular basis. So leave it to the professionals. Me and Prime, we're onto it. All we need to do is get Gabby Things onto a stream, and that's enough humiliation for Arsenal for one day. Also, check out Fans View from yesterday on the first XI. Fucking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I nearly put my head through a wall. Prime got Gabby Things on, and well, when you get him on, it only goes downhill from there. For Arsenal fans, anyway. He has once.
Yeah,
I think.
remember him. He was fucking idiot.
Fuck knows. I'm thinking I might do a new series called Gabby Takes or something like on them lines. Just have Gabby slamming it or saying ridiculous shit and me just fighting him. Prime is the GOAT. Shame he is a Chelsea fan. Prime is brilliant. I love Prime. He's absolutely
Be right
fantastic.
back. 2 seconds.
Prime is absolutely fantastic. Kenny, stop sending me links. I'm not going to open any of them. But no. Look, Prime is fantastic. But let's talk Eric Bailly. Eric fucking Bailly, shall we? He's demanding first team football. Eric Bailly saying, look, I want first team football. I won't be happy playing one game. I'm a few on the bench, blah, blah, blah. Utterly ridiculous statement because, as I said previously, his performances of late have been utterly horrific. I don't know how you can demand game time at Manchester United and not be playing well. I think he's making a hint that he wants to play the Europa League final. Now, I, for one, think that Axel Tuanzebe should play the Europa League final with Lindelof. Not only has Lindelof looked calmer, more composed, happier than when he's next to Tuanzebe, but Eric Bailly's not played well enough. If we're thinking the last few games, you were auditioning yourself to get into the Europa League final. I'm sorry, Tuanzebe wins it for me. Tuanzebe is brilliant. Tuanzebe was brilliant. Prime saying, Kenny, until you rattle a fan base to a point where they both racially abuse you and cry about their dead club in your DMs, then you can start earning minimum wage. Until then, leave it to professionals. Indeed, Kenny. Indeed. Leave it to me in Prime. We can rattle Arsenal very, very well. Ben White, Wilfred, Zaha, Jack Grealish would actually save Arsenal, no joke. I don't think you need Zaha and Jack Grealish. That's one heck of a shopping list. Wolf has decided Arsenal are going Brexit FC there. But let's talk about Eric Bailly quickly before we move on to Buendia and Arsenal. Velvish one, you seem to be there. What are your thoughts on what Eric Bailly has said? Eric Bailly saying that I want game time. I'm not going to be happy playing one and then being on the bench for 5. If I am, I may have to look at leaving. What do you make of him again before a Europa League final? We've seen this before with Pogba.
I mean, how are you going to say you want game time when you can't even get fit? Like,
He was having treatment yesterday after training.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go chill with Naby Keita, Christian Pulisic, then fine by me. But like saying you want game time, you ain't gonna get game time if you're made out of glass, mate. So you don't even look after your body. So if you're wanting game time, then I don't know, probably go to an MLS or something. Like
his injury record is absolutely abysmal. Prime Kenny is a United fan. Being a United fan, Kenny. Eric Bailly, demanding game time. What do you make of that?
I mean, he's injured about 8 times a season. Funnily enough, that's also a position of Arsenal Football Club this season. But yeah, he's always injured about it's like 8 times, 9 times, 10 times a season, and it's well annoying. And if he's injured every time, he's a great centre back when he plays. Well, normally when he plays, sometimes he's just weird. But if you're made of glass, as Velvish once said, why do you want game time? You're not going to get game time. What, do you want to have a torn ACL and then just carry on playing games? What, your head gets chopped off and then you carry on playing games without a head, man? Like, bloody hell, you're not going to play more games because you're going to just get injured in the games you play, man. Bloody hell.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I think talking about someone's head being chopped off as a part of a game is a bit mad, but I hear you. I do hear you on that. Matt, Eric Bailly leaving, well, basically demanding game time, or he wants to go. What do you make of that? I mean, I think it's a bit stupid. And as I said previously, and as I alluded to, I think when he's played for United recently, he's been utterly horrific. Utterly horrific.
Well, like, I never wanted him to sign a contract in the first place. He hasn't been able to stay fit for 6 games on a stretch in his whole United career. So that was the point in keeping him anyway. Like, so I'm happy he wants to leave, but he shouldn't be demanding stuff when he's not like having performances to have the right to demand it. Maybe
Especially
Pep
before a
Guardiola
Europa
maybe,
League
but
final. He did it
recently,
yesterday.
fuck no.
He said it yesterday. The article went out yesterday.
Yeah.
Again, we saw this with Pogba before the Leipzig game. It's not good enough.
It's like,
not good enough on United's part, really.
I wouldn't even put him in the squad today.
Would you not?
After that, because that's ridiculous. Yeah, he's gonna fucking unsettle everything right before a European final. Fuck that.
God, what? I don't think Ollie wanted him. I don't know. I don't know if Ollie's even take Fish over. Might have, to be fair. Might have got on the bench because you can have 12 players on the bench, can't you?
Yeah, and you can make 5.
Well, he'd have taken. He's taken Brandon. He would have definitely taken both goalkeepers.
Shaw can play in the centre back if needed. And Tellers can come in. I know Tellers was also.
I think he would have taken Fish, wouldn't he? I think he would have. I don't know, but no, it's a strong. It's just
taking the Langus, I'd assume.
Well, he may have. Ollie being very clear that he wants to trust the youth. In terms of though, do you think this new contract was given to him because they knew that he would do this, and that they just wanted more money from him? Because now he's tied down to a 3-year deal. Now they can haggle a bit more money off his transfer fee. Like they can get more money.
We shouldn't have to haggle.
Do you think this just Glazeonomics again?
Yeah.
But is this?
We shouldn't have to haggle. Fuck that.
No, I know that, but do you feel that this just Glazeonomics again?
Yeah. It's just them trying to get more money for useless players in the squad, and all in all, damaging the squad by giving them a new contract. Because if we can't find another move, that's another wage bill, and we can't bring in a new player because of that. It just causes a lot of problems just because they want a few extra pounds for a useless player.
Yeah, I mean it's still showing the same issues that you've had every single season. But Lewis, what do you make of Eric Bailly demanding to get game time, or he's just going to leave?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, what was it? I saw on Instagram last night. Bailly down on the floor, and apparently he's injured and out of tonight's game. Well, apparently he injured himself in the final training session before the final, and he wants game time when he's
injured
again. It's like, I can't remember who was it available, can he? Do you want to be playing through injuries? Yes. Rashford has openly said he's been playing through 3 injuries this season. That's him. You're always injured. You can't demand game time if you're injured. Like, consistently. You can't. And if he wants to leave, let it be. Let him leave. Otherwise, you just come in a cycle of him wanting to leave because he's not getting game time. Guess game time. Goes down injured, out for 2-3 months, come back, I want game time again. It's just going to come.
Yeah, no, I do hear that. Wolf saying, I think we need to play a 5-3-2, De Gea, Tella, Shaw, Lindelof, Axel, Bissaka, Pogba, Van der Beek, Bruno, Rashford, Cavani. Without Harry Maguire, I don't trust 4 defenders are back. I think if you leave Greenwood, Ollie's going to have bigger fish to fry, because I think Greenwood has been heads and shoulders above Rashford. And the thing is, and Ollie has to step very carefully of Greenwood, because Greenwood has been exceptional. He's been in exceptional form over the last 8 games. I said this last night in the Europa League preview. I think if you leave Greenwood out, I think Ollie may have a mutiny on his hands, because this might not go well. This might not go very well for Ollie. Greenwood is a very good talent who deserves to be playing in the final. I don't want to be Ollie, but if Ollie's leaving Greenwood out, Pre may have a mutiny on his hands. Another big one. Because Greenwood has been exceptional for United over the last 8 games, and would do very well in the final, I think. He's the only player who can play naturally. Also, I don't think he'll play 5 at the back anyway. Yeah, I think you can play 4. I think you can play Axel and Lindelof, sure, and Wan-Bissaka with a double pivot. I see no problem with that. Axel has been very assured of himself of recent games. But I want to get a rival's point of view. We've got Slen. I want to get your point of view on this Eric Bailly situation. So Eric Bailly has openly come out and said, I want game time. If I don't get game time, I'm going to leave. Again, we saw this with Paul Pogba in terms of saying it at a crucial time in United's calendar year. What do you make of that? Do you think he should go? Do you think Ollie should try and maneuver a move for Eric Bailly? He's simply not going to play under Ollie. As a lot of people have alluded to, his injuries are a big issue. And before you answer, big up to Liam in the chat. If you haven't checked out Liam's channel, go check out Liam's channel. It's a fantastic channel. Does watch-alongs. He had something like 2.4K or something on one of his watch-alongs. So make sure you check out Liam's channel for that. But yeah, Slem, what do you make of this whole Eric Bailly situation?
I think it's one of those players that are really hyped by I don't know who, and they think they're the best defender in that back line. And clearly, Lindelof is better than Bailly, in my opinion. Yeah, he's quite rational. He is like Rudiger. The way Rudiger was last season, he goes very hard on tackles, and he's another Matic. Like, you know, Matic, when he's defending on the box, you're very close to conceding a penalty. So Bailly is not that good. His positioning is not the best. He's not the quickest. He's not the, I don't know. So it's not like he's the best center back in that back line of Manchester United. So I think they should sell him and maybe get a defender who will be okay with starting on the bench. They can sell him to, I don't even know, like Italy. Yeah, Italy makes the best of defenders, so they can sell him to Italy. And yeah, it will be a win-win. I think, I don't see a club paying more than 30 million for Bailly, to be honest.
I hear that. I actually think that well, check out my stream around about 6ish. I think is when I'm going to go live, because I've actually got a data analysis stream, sort of scouted in terms of data alone. Done a bit of the eye test as well for me personally. Won't be able to do the eye test on the channel because lots of people that will just get copyrighted. But I have picked out all the stats, all the data from all of that. So check us out, 6 p.m. tonight. Sort of compared Botman, Varane, Torres, Koundé, White, Godfrey, Maguire, and Lindelof. So all players, a couple of English, a couple of the 4 of the foreign ones with Maguire and Lindelof, just to assess it really, just to see what their stats are like. A very interesting set of stats here, and then I'll be giving my recommendation on who I think we should who I think you should sign. Sort of acting as if I'm like a chief scout, or I'm doing that. There will be more of these. So if you have a certain position in your club that you want me to look at some stats, get some data, put it all into a sort of presentation, then let me know. If there's any players, any positions in your club that you want me to have a look at, any club, then I will I'll go out, get some players, get the stats that I need, and I'll give a presentation and my recommendation for that one. So that's sort of my plan, my sort of ideas for that. So it's going to be very good. Wolf saying Bailly is better than Lindelof. Is shite at set pieces. Liam saying 2 planned streams for Monday and Wednesday, League 2 playoff final, and England-Austria stream on Wednesday night. We'll also be doing the England-Austria. As I said, we're covering all of the home nations in their games. We'll also be covering Scotland-Wales in that day as well, because they're playing as well. So going to have a few people on. Some of us will be watching 2 games. I'll be watching 2 games. They'll be watching a couple of games. So that's how we are going to do it there. Slen, I don't see any club paying 30 million for Bailly. Inter Milan, are you challenging me? Inter have no money. That is factual. I think he most likely goes Spain. I think maybe Villarreal. Back to Villarreal might be a shout. I do hear that indeed. But Max, what do you make of Eric Bailly? And then straight after you've spoken, we'll be having a little chat about Arsenal opening talks with Emiliano Buendia. So yeah, Max, are you there? And what do you think of this Eric Bailly situation that United have got at the moment?
Well, Eric Bailly, like a couple of seasons back, was a really good, solid defender who was putting tackles in. This year, and I think a little bit of last year as well, a little bit shaky at the back, then got injured a lot, which is kind of sad because I'd like to see how he perform this season properly. See, if you're demanding game time, you can't play at United because you can't be guaranteed to get game time, especially with the talent they've got on the pitch. They had really good centre-backs before, tried to get Kunde this season and last season, tried to at the end. They're going to try and get him again and try and go in for him. But if you're at Man United or a big club in the Premier League, you can't guarantee yourself game time. The manager can't guarantee game time. So if you make a statement like that, or I want game time or I'll leave, then that's just not going to work. Because they'll just say, okay, then get out. Because they can't guarantee you game time. It's like Hull City when they had a player that was moaning about, oh, I want some game time, and then the other one was like, oh, I want this amount of money. Like, you can't guarantee these things. They can't guarantee that. They can't always make it happen. And this is one of the times where Man United are just in a situation where it's either they find some games where he can play, like in some cup games, or just kick him out.
Yeah, no, I hear that completely. A couple of comments here. Liam saying Scotland and Wales hate them both, so I hope they both get beat. Scottish mugs and Welsh mugs. Liam he's brutal. He is brutal. Wolf saying Liam, my ancestors are Welsh. It's okay. It's okay, Wolf. We're allowed. Everyone's allowed to not like. Look, England are rivals with them. They are rivals. Wales, the dragon. Oh, sorry, you missed it, Wolf. Nah, look, Liam, it's all good. It's all good. A little bit of rivalry. It's healthy rivalry. Eric, I want game time more. Ollie, okay, fantastic. Get out, Pogba, lucky bastard. Loving it. But I want to talk a little bit about Buendia and Arsenal before I wrap this up. Arsenal, they've opened talks now with Norwich to get Buendia. Velvish one, I'll start with you. This would be a good signing for Arsenal, would it not? I mean, if I remember correctly, he's a cam, I think, or a left winger, one or two.
He's a cam that could play both wings.
Right, there we go. I was right. But Buendia, good signing for Arsenal?
Yes. I feel like he is levels above Smith Rowe. I feel like he's probably on par with Odegaard, but Odegaard hasn't hit the ground running as he used to do.
Yeah.
But I think Buendia, he's already adapted to the Premier League. I think he in the 1920 season he created like the third most chances in the league behind Kevin De Bruyne and Trent. I think more than Jack Grealish as well. So he's a very good player.
Yeah.
He works hard in the midfield. He always likes to win the ball and likes to work hard. He likes to create loads of chances. And I feel like he'll be a good signing for us.
I hear that. I do hear that. Liam saying, oh, Banter FC actually getting him for a transfer. That's new. Joking. I hear that. I do hear that. Prime saying Arsenal fans want Buendia to play at right DM or right. Oh my god.
Why?
Not really. I think they want to. No, he could play as a number 8, but he's not effective like that.
Arsenal fans are a different breed of bullshit. They are a different breed of bullshit. But Max, I'll go to you. What do you make of Arsenal opening talks for Buendia?
Buendia last season in the Championship was very good. In the season before, he was brilliant. Obviously,
Premier
Norwich
League last season with
are
Norwich.
like us, where we're Premier League Championship, but Buendia, like, he's a good player. He knows how to play football in his head. He knows what he's going to do when he gets the ball. He knows how to dribble. For Arsenal, they need a player that can actually defend, but also help out the attack, because the attack this season has been shy. Absolutely shy. And Buendia is one of those players that will do that. If Arsenal fans wanted to play it right at DM or right centre mid, if they wanted to play at DM, he's going to be like, nah. Because Buendia, in my sense, is an attacking player that wants to attack, but also can help the defence if they need it. And that's what Arsenal need. They need an attacker, but they also need a defender as well to help out. And I think Buendia will be perfect for Arsenal if they do sign him, because he can do that. He knows what he can do. He's capable of doing it, and all he has to do is get his head down, get on with it, and then he's good.
Yeah. No, I hear that. And look, signing from a championship is never a bad thing. Andy Robertson came from a championship. So did Maguire. So
it came from us.
Championship clubs are good.
Uh-huh.
Wolf saying, imagine carrying a baby for 9 months and it grows up to be an Arsenal fan. Oh, ouch. And Liam saying, go check out the No Context EFL show on Twitter. Put a video up earlier. Already got over 70 views. Do go check that out. Aaron was stood up for the EFL show this week, so God knows what he was doing. I think
everyone was asking why he was stood up, and he's like, "Nah, I can't be asked fancy."
Yeah, it's just Aaron, isn't it? Aaron being Aaron. But Aaron, talking of you, Buendia to Arsenal. Good shout, or is this just Arsenal doing an Arsenal?
If you want to be completely honest and not just bantering Arsenal, I think Buendia is too good for Arsenal. I think Buendia should be at a different club. I think that Buendia's got natural talent. I think that he's shown in the Championship this season that he can outdo every opposition this season. I think at a higher level, I think he's great for a top 6, top 7 team. So that doesn't include Arsenal. It includes the likes of Leicester and Tottenham. But I feel like with Buendia, it's just a case of with Norwich promoted to the Premier League, I could see him actually staying at Norwich for another year. If Norwich go down, though, I could see him maybe moving next season. But I think it's more than likely he will probably either stay at Norwich or go somewhere else. But I don't see Arsenal getting him. I think he's too good for Arsenal.
Well, I think Arsenal probably would get him. It depends on who else they get. If they can show that they're doing stuff, they may well go for him.
They've never done.
But yeah, I mean, it's
Arsenal have never done stuff for 10, 15 years, so they'll never do anything.
Well, they've got Partey, haven't they? It depends on what they do. If they get Max Aarons and Buendia, it's a start. It's very much a start. Depends on what Arteta does. It's not beyond the realms of possibility Arsenal to start acting like a big club again. But Lewis, we'll finish with you on this one. Arsenal Buendia. Think it'll happen? If so, how good will it be for Arsenal if they do get Buendia?
It's a good signing. He can most certainly be better than William. That's what we think, but he can do much more than what he did this season.
Yeah.
He's much better than Emil Smith-Rowe. Yes, Smith-Rowe is young, but still, Buendia's he doesn't deserve to be at Norwich. Up, down every 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
He deserves Premier League status and not Championship Premier League rotation. Whether it's Arsenal or not, he needs to be a well-established Premier League club, regardless of who it is.
Yeah. No, I do hear that. But look, we're going to end it there. A big thanks to everyone that's popped on, everyone that's been in the comments, been very active today, which is always good to see. Always very good to see. But please go check out our socials at Let's Talk Premier League on Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Let's Talk EPL on Twitter, Let's Talk EPL on Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _ on Instagram, and Let's Premier League on TikTok. My thing is going very slowly. But Max, where can they find you?
Can find me on YouTube, MaxTagHD. You can find me on Twitter at YouTube, _MaxTagHD. MaxTagHD official on Instagram. You can also find on YouTube. I'll be joining Aaron's watch along later this evening, as I tweeted out, and he tweeted out as well, on Forever Football DRFC. So I hope you can join that, and I'll be doing content later on. I'll be doing content throughout the summer for all the Euros. So hope you can join me for that one.
Perfect. Kenny, where can they find you?
You can find me at Pogba's Class and Kenny TV, and also winning the Europa League. And I have to go now, so goodbye. Thanks for watching.
Everyone, Kenny. Aaron, where can they find you?
On Twitter at Aaron_Challoner, from a football DRS on YouTube, as Max said, and we're doing a live watch along for the Europa League final. Of course, you can also stay tuned to the first 11 YouTube channels watch along of the Europa League final. Please go and check that one out as well. And yeah, loads of Euro coverage, plenty of transfer updates for Rovers, and it should be an interesting summer.
Daily reports.
100%. Lewis, where can they find you?
You can get Perry Sports on YouTube, Lewis Perry on Instagram, and Lewis Perry 160 on Twitter.
Velvish one, Wolf says you said something, big man. And where can I find Velv's dumbass? So Velvish one, where can they find you?
Easy man.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram at VEL_skills.
Perfect. We'll be back 6 p.m. with the data analytical show. Fuck knows what I'm going to call it. It'd probably be that. But we're going to be doing a bit of that. Got some facts. Got some figures for some centre backs United have been looking at. As I said, if there's a position you want me to look at your club for, put it in the comments on that show, and we'll be going for that. Indeed, Andrew is just coming as we're finishing up. Quickly, I'll quickly ask Andrew about Lukaku once he loads. He's still loading on my end.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there we are.
Andrew,
just wrapping up, but quickly talk to me about Lukaku. It's opening up quite quickly. Apparently, you're still talking. Looks like you might be going through Lukaku.
Yeah, I think that was always the option for us. If I'm being honest with you, Haaland is not going to go now. They've made top 4, but just the overall package just seems very expensive. Kane, probably the same. And the problem is Kane, you're negotiating with Daniel Levy, so that could take a while. Lukaku situation is very different from the other two. There's instability there. Conte looks like he's going to leave in the next 24 hours. Shock horror that he's fallen out with the board. Hasn't done that before. Hello, Wolf. Maybe, and also apparently it's only cost like £62 million or something like that.
I think his release was like 75.
Yeah, and I don't usually count how much we spend, but that's Lukaku. That's an improved Lukaku, 27 in the prime. Get him in, get it done early before the Euros, hopefully. Maybe not, but just get it done. And then that's a massive piece for next season already got.
I think that Lukaku now, rather than when he was getting the experience at Chelsea, at Everton, and the youth experience at Chelsea, I think you're getting a better Lukaku, in my opinion, that you're bringing back to the bridge.
No, you're right. He's he's improved. He's matured. His game's got better. Listen,
he's got the experience from Europe.
He's got experience in Europe. I don't think his overall game is improving. It's not the best. I don't think it's the best in the world, but I think it's better than it was at United. And he's looking leaner and meaner, and he's also setting people up as well. So I think we get him in as long as he stays fit and healthy. I think he's gonna score a lot of goals now, and that's all I really care about, the goals. I think he's gonna I think he's gonna score over. I think he's gonna be in the race for Golden Boot winner in the Premier League next season.
Yeah,
I think he is. Unless Kane goes to Man City and then that's not going to happen.
Well, I said with the amount of chances you create, he's probably going to score around 20 or 25 goals a season.
Yeah.
But guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Andrew, where can they find you?
On this channel. On this channel for different shows, a show, Strong TV, different shows, bits and bobs for channel over there. If you go to my Twitter handle, Winter Server Fun, links for the next channel, KH No Filter Football. No Filter Football.
Perfect. Make sure you go check out all of them. We'll be back, as I said, 6 p.m. with the data analytical show, looking at Manchester United and centre backs. Who we're going to get? A couple of English boys being put in there, 4 foreign boys that I've chucked in there, and obviously Maguire and Lindelof. But until then, thanks for watching, and until next time, catch you in a bit.